So here we are, viewers, a very impromptu, slightly shambolic shuffle at the Black Country Living Museum in Dudley. I'm here with Mr. Reed, who is hiding behind the camera. We'll maybe see him in a second. We were going to do some of the filming today, but the weather's not turned out very well. But fortunately, very close by, there is this old garage here with some interesting things in it, which we'll be taking a look at. Got trolley buses here and all buses and things like that. I don't know if we'll get to go on a ride on that, but we'll take a look around. We won't be looking at too much of the sort of kind of pre-20th century stuff. This is a car channel after all, and so we will be looking at some cars. But I'm sure many of you have been here before. I don't think I've actually been here before, which is interesting. But yeah, let's get inside and get out of this terrible rain. If I get things wrong, if I fall over, if there is wind noise, that's just the way it goes on this channel, I'm afraid. Interesting, we've got all the different sort of makes that were actually kind of made around here, but it wasn't just Coventry in the West Midlands in the 30s. There were quite a few different brands that originally were from around here. Very good. Ooh. We've got sort of interesting noises in the background here as well. This is interesting. 1954 Kieft streak and streamline car. Unfortunately, the car was never very successful in competitions, only a small number were built. There we go. In what is approaching British Racing Green. Bean was another manufacturer from here. You might have heard of it. The actual plaque this refers to, this lorry, is kind of right at the back, sort of there, a green one. This looks, this car, this Kieft, looks very much like something like a kind of early 50s Ferrari, only in kind of, you know, sort of fiberglass. What dragon is on front of there, sort of Welsh dragon, if it's Wolverhampton. Maybe I shouldn't ask questions like that. It's a Guy were based in Wolverhampton. There we go. That's a fire engine from 1924. That's a Model T. Ooh, Britain. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Britain car before. Wow. PRA racing car, made in Wolverhampton. Preston Racing Associates, Preston also. Never heard of that make before. AJS in Wolverhampton. AJS, of course, made a lot of motorcycles as well. Oh, Meadows Frisky. Again from Wolverhampton. This one's a 59. It looks a little bit like, dare I say, an Invacar. Maybe it's just because of the colour that it is. (1926) Clino 2-seater Tourer, which will be this one here. Another Bean. 1923 Bean 14 Tourer. There we have a Sunbeam. Look at this. Sunbeam is that. It's interesting in this museum, it's not actually everything, but it's actually said that's probably the star, 31 star comet. Yeah, that looks like. I don't think I've seen a star in a long time. You can see it even says on the engine bay, but what it is there. That would be a type of Sunbeam. But this is an AJS again. They made motorcycles, but they also made cars. take a look at this one in a bit more detail. I am amazed at the number of cars, just generally, that were around in this country, 20s and 30s, all over the place, but also just from the Black Country. Absolutely amazing. Sunbeam also was from this area. What else do we have here? 1903 Sunbeam motor car, there we go. It looks like it's been on the Brighton run. Southampton plate, AA. This thing at the back, Star Victoria, 10-12 horsepower from 1912. That thing just there. So look at this Britain at the side of it as well. There are other things you can see through the front. And actually, I might just nip outside, take this mask off that I've been wearing, nip outside and take a look through the window. There we are, we can see all the other things in here. The reflection's not great for trying to film there. So if I just come up to the window a little bit further, then there we go. See there. Turner Mesa steam car. Interesting. This one is a Turner. From 1911. So 1912. I think mainly the differences between these actually comes to the fact that this has actually got lights on the front of it and that hasn't. Turner light petrol car. The information sheet here says it's a Volkswagen Polo from 1912. I don't know whether that sort of means anything particularly, but there we go. Turner the steam car and some motorbikes and sidecars. I don't really know anything about those years, so you won't really sort of hearing much about them from me, but I mean, here are some motorbikes from this area, including a Clino. I didn't know Clino actually made motorbikes, I thought they just made cars. See, I'm wrong, like in so many things. Right, let's go back inside and have a look at some, I think they've got some light commercials inside it here as well. So they've got a little garage here, and ooh, ho, ho, ho. That, viewers, is a 1930s Elvis. Do you like nice Elvis, viewers? Very, very, very nice. That looks like one of those other rally or reliance. I always forget with those little freewheelers what mate they are, because one became the other. I think, oh, an A35 van. Obviously very easy to take the wings off. And yeah, one of the cars that I know doesn't actually have an interior bonnet release. Yes, well, okay, I think we're going to go and head out and have a look at the trolley bus actually outside. Go and have a look. Let's take this off again, because breathe if I take them off. There we go. You can actually see out here, and you know, I'm probably out of my depth when I'm kind of talking about things like this, because I don't really know much about them, but we've actually got here a proper pickup grid for running trolley buses, and here is a trolley bus from Walsall Corporation Transport. Wow, it's actually it's a Sunbeam as well. I guess this is probably from the 50s or something like that. I know by the early 60s trolley buses were not really most fashionable of vehicles, but it's impressive. You can get 70 in here. Wow. Oh, there's some more over here. Fantastic. Actually got a pickup grid all the way in here. I'm really, really resisting the temptation to start singing the Underbus's theme tune again. because that's what normally happens when I go anywhere near sort of museums like this. There we got more in there. This is some kind of replica thing. That's a B registration, so I think it probably from the 80s or something like that. I mean, who knows? Don't know what chassis that's on. Answers in the comments section below. That is probably some kind of Morris Minor variant van. Sometimes they're Austins as well, and they have different names, O-types and 100 weights and things like that. And right at the back there, you probably can't even see this on the camera, but that is some kind of BMC Farina car, 64. So we might now nip over to another section. Oh, we've got some bus action. I'm starting to feel like Ian Seabrook. I'm sort of waiting at places and filming buses as they move. That's a West Bromwich plate on there, EA. The Jensen factory was quite near here. I don't know if there are any Jensens we might be seeing today, but the factory was very close to here, demolished about 10 years ago. Is that a Daimler? It's got the grille for it, hasn't it? Wow. Fantastic. Oh, viewers, this is exciting. This is great. I was actually around in London in public transport before they got rid of the route masters on general routes, and so I do remember going on them. And this sort of feels a bit similar, but it's obviously a lot older. Look at this upholstery. Isn't that fantastic? So we'll be going down to the other part of the museum, and I won't spit. And we'll be having a look at some other vehicles. I might even get some. If this window slides, I might be able to film out the window. Actually, no, it's sealed up. That's quite comfortable. This is really nice. I think this is, I don't know what this is, kind of vinyl. Excellent. Right, viewers, I've managed to get a window to open, so we're going to have a little trip down here, which is fantastic. And there's the pre-war boys signs just there, halt at major road ahead. Let's see if we can get the other side. There we are. You do sometimes see those signs around, but they would date some sort of 30s, sort of early 60s. Steep hill. Obviously a new exhibition space going up there. This is, yes, this is pretty exciting, this. Take your seats, please, sir. Thank you. Be very naughty, viewers. I just sort of decided that I would be like they used to be in London and run around inside the bus when it was moving. That's what we used to do back in the day. Gosh, there's all these little buildings from all over the area that they've constructed here. I didn't realise it was so big. That's why they run these buses around. I'm really resisting the temptation to push that button. I really want to push it, but I can't. That would be bad. Right, we've come to the end of the bus journey where I was reprimanded for standing up when the vehicle was in motion. So we'll come over here because we've apparently got some more cars to see and more pre-war boys signage. Gosh, I'm really getting very, very excited about things maybe I shouldn't get excited about, but there we go. That is such a strange representation of the school. I've honestly no idea why they used that. Ooh. We do have some stuff in here. Unfortunately, most of the stuff in here is actually sort of back, so it's really hard to tell what some of this stuff is. Unfortunately, not open today. It's a good job that I have an annual pass now, viewers, so I can actually come back and do some more filming. But look at these old petrol pumps that they've got here. Apparently Kieran has been saying to me that this garage used to be quite near where he lives, which is not too far from here. So this has been taken down and brought here sort of wholesale, and now we've got these cars in there. Obviously it's some time that that's open, but it's a bit grim today. It's probably why they haven't driven up. Right, we shall now head off somewhere else. Not really into motorbikes so much on this channel, viewers, but we have found this sort of replica motorcycle dealership from, I'd say, somewhere in the 30s. Sunbeam, Stevens made in Wolverhampton as well. AJS, of course. I've seen lots of AJSs on this video. Sunbeam didn't start as part of the Roots Group. The Roots Group was a dealership franchise in Kent, and if you want to see what the dealership looked like that they had, you can just see the Furious Driving video of the old Polo dealership in Maidstone that closed in was it about 2015 or 2016, I think, something like that. But we've been round it. But Sunbeam was a local brand to this area. They obviously were brought by the Roots Group, and Roots moved the manufacturing from the south of England up to Coventry. But it's just need to see a little place like this that would have been around in the 30s. Well, viewers, that's it. They have a extensive collection of other vehicles, some of which you would have seen in that garage earlier on, but because it's February and because it's raining, not everything's out of there. But of course we've got this Winston Churchill engine here. Some of you will want to know what type of engine it is, and I'll just read it off here. There we go, 1923 Manning Wardle locomotive. Excellent. Right, well, thank you ever so much indeed for watching this unexpected Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around some of the vehicles here at the Black Country Living Museum. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and leave a comment below. I do actually now have an annual pass to this place, so I can come back and see some more stuff maybe when I'm in Dudley again, and many of you who've been following the channel for years will know why we come to Dudley generally. There is a reason for that. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again.